Time ticks by, every second, every minute, every day, every year. Can it affect your rights? Well, that takes us to this week's case. It involves a pretty straightforward situation. Man and a woman got a divorce in 1993. He was going to retire in 2004. Under the divorce agreement, she, the wife, ex-wife, was to receive 50%, one half of his pension benefits at the time he retired. Well, when he retired in 2004, over 10 years later, she brought an action to enforce her right to 50% of those pension benefits against his pension fund. He jumped up and said, "You can't do that. You can't do that because my rights are now vested. My rights were vested in this pension fund in 2004, the year I retired. Now you're here in 2005 and you're trying to enforce rights that granted you had in 1993, but you waited too long. You waited too long, the clock ticked, and you're out of luck." She said, "That can't be true because the court granted me a 50% right." Well, she brought suit, went to trial, and it went up on appeal. And there the court looked at it and they said, "You know what? You are right. You are right. Mrs. X, you had a right in 50% of your ex-husband's pension benefits, and that was awarded to you by the court. But you know what? Time went by, time went by, time went by. And he had those pension benefits that became vested to him when he began taking them in 2004, almost 10 years after that divorce, actually over 10 years after that divorce. And when they became vested, you basically lost out. You lost out because you didn't bring that claim against the pension benefit before he retired. You had the right, but you didn't have that right perfected at the time you needed to do so, and at the time you needed to do so was any time between 1993 and the year 2004, the year your ex-husband retired. Okay, so what is the point of this? The point of this, very simple point, is you may have rights. They may be property rights that are absolutely recognized under the law. But if you don't act on those rights within a reasonable period of time, you could lose those rights. Here we saw that happen, a woman with a perfectly good right in her ex-husband's pension benefits who didn't do anything in time, and she completely lost those rights. It's actually a pretty straightforward lesson that I think we've often heard many times, and is kind of summed up: he who sleeps on his rights loses them. All right, here's a real life example of that. We bring you this as we bring you cases every week so you understand how the law works. I'm David Allen.